Hey there, friends. Welcome back to another episode of Podbean Amplified. As always, Shae here with my lovely co-host.
Hi, my name's Ericka. Seems like it's my first time again.
I love it. How are you doing today?
Doing good.
Doing good?
Yeah.
How about the weekend? Any self-isolation? Rest and recovery?
Not this time. This time I went out.
Oh, okay. Where did we go?
We went pool date. It was very hot, so managed to go pool with my boyfriend's family and all that. So it was very nice and refreshing. Something to get all the heat, off the body.
Good. Yes. If you don't know, we reside in Las Vegas, Nevada, and we are currently under a extreme heat advisory. So if you are traveling to Vegas, you live in Vegas, just be cautious. I know it's nice and sunny outside, but you can't spend too long.
Right.
Water yourselves. Lotion yourselves up with SPF. And without further ado, this is Podbean Amplified. I guess just quickly hopping into our podcasting news, something that we've opened up lately. I'm really excited. A little podcasting tip, something in the space that you need to know about, or just a piece of valuable information. But this week, Apple Podcast is the #1 app for consumption on podcasting in the US. We talked about, YouTube taking over last week, and then the week before, podcasting was going mainstream in the UK. Do you have any opinions on this?
I mean, what is the second from Apple? Apple, YouTube?
It's Apple. Let me look at So it's Apple, 37.4%. YouTube is 23.2%. Spotify, 15.2%. And then iHeartRadio is 4.5%. 4.5. So Apple Podcast, based on the top 250 US podcasts.
Because I guess Apple is mostly known in the US other than in other countries. So it makes so much sense about being the first in the top podcast in the.
That would make a lot of sense. And then especially in this article from Pod News, shout out Pod News for giving us all the direct tips, infos, whatever it is with podcasting. Pod News has got you covered. Shout out. But they're saying that the top 250 podcasts in the US. So in that pool, they said some of those are not even on YouTube. Now, with keeping statistics in mind, they do say that if all of the 250 in the pool were front-facing video podcasts on YouTube as well, that YouTube would probably be the #1.
I mean, it'll get there.
It'll
get there because all the video podcasts now. So, and YouTube's going big with podcasting. So, yes.
You heard it from here, folks. YouTube is definitely the place to be. It's hot. It's been hot, and it's up and coming always. If you are looking to distribute to YouTube, I think Podbean is the perfect place. Instantly upload, and your podcast goes directly to YouTube. And I think that's one of the unique spaces where we can fill and bridge the gap. Is all of these top 4 on the list, we have distributing capabilities. So definitely check out podbean.com, where you can streamline all of your podcasts to one place and make it less work for you. And also YouTube, I set my YouTube up on my personal podcast. Easy. Same day.
Very easy.
Same day setup. All you have to do is click, copy, paste the link, your code. All good. It's super simple. I hate to say it. It's very straightforward. Ericka, I have to ask, do you use Apple Pay?
Well, I've used it once.
Wait, no, seriously?
Not like the tap thing. I've used it just to receive money when people trying to send you some money because you bought stuff from them. Stuff like that. But
oh my god,
I
I'm
don't
so
use
bad.
It.
I'm
Why?
so bad. I use Apple Pay like nobody's business. First of all, I lost my debit card. I want to say 6-7 months ago, and I still have yet to get a new one.
The debit card?
Yeah, because I just use Apple Pay.
Oh, so you just
yeah, and then the Apple Pay, you're able to use it at the ATM. So if I needed cash, I'll just go up there and do the ding,
just tap it and stuff like that. It's very easy.
It's super easy. I would say that it's almost irresponsibly easy. And the reason why I bring it up is because of the video I'm about to show you.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me. Do you have the time on you by any chance?
1:35, mate.
Thank you.
What are you doing there?
I just needed...
What are you fucking doing there?
Oh, I'm sorry.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Oh, bro, I'm sorry.
No, give me your phone. Give me that phone right now.
Can we just talk?
No, give me that phone right fucking now.
Chill. Oi, you're gonna break it.
What the fuck did you do then?
I'm trying to explain. You
fucking better. Give me the fucking phone, right?
Bro.
Now you tell me what you did.
Daddy, chill.
I wasn't expecting that. I mean, how can you chill after that?
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't see that whole entire video to the end. Like, I watched the video through, but the daddy chill part I did not hear.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Okay,
I love
that's
it.
so
Yeah. No, daddy, don't chill. You're potentially taking my money.
Right, exactly.
How would you feel?
I'd be pissed. I was like, what the hell are you doing? What is that? Because that sound is like instant, like for people, right? Even though they haven't seen it, it's like, ding. So it's just like somebody took the money from your phone or from your card. So I'd be totally pissed. Like,
Oh, I would be very viral. I mean, that video is viral, but you are lucky you are in Adelaide, brother. If you are in the US doing that to somebody,
no.
you would be in the national news.
Holy shit.
You would be the one person that no. You not coming up to me and taking my money, first of all. Like, you don't know who I am. You don't know what I've been going through. You don't know my finances. Like, you could have got the wrong person on the right day.
Right.
And they would have been like, they probably wouldn't have said it out loud, but what if that was their last bit of money to go grocery shopping and then you catch them off guard? Brother,
Yeah.
he could have been dead. Like, you guys are playing with fire.
Not in this economy like that.
No,
You
seriously.
can't joke like that.
No, you can't. And just perspectively, like, pranks are fun. Impractical jokers, I grew up on that. It's fun, it's a laugh, it's lighthearted, it gets people, it breaks people out of their shell, their walls come down a little. But with pranks like that, so specific to, you can't do anything political, you cannot do anything financial, or, you know, just anything controversial. But also when it comes to those things, make sure that it's people you know.
Right.
Your friends, somebody that's not going to potentially kill you. And I'm not saying this to be over dramatic, but I'm saying people kill each other because their team's lost. I'm a Knicks fan in New York. Come on, every single game there's a fight or a death because if they win, they're excited, they kill someone. If they lose, they're excited, they kill someone. Like, you know. And so when you live in these kind of times, just know what you're getting into.
Exactly. I feel like a lot of people doesn't know the consequences behind those actions, and they just thought about it like being viral. Oh, you know, took a video, it's gonna blow up, but they're not thinking about the other people. You know,
No.
it's crazy.
And a prank inciting that much anxiety,
Oh yeah.
I would feel bad. Like, oh shit, you know? What happened to, like, you got something on your shirt? Boop.
Right.
You know? That
Used to be so
let me take your
simple.
money. Oh, how I wish somebody would just start throwing water balloons nowadays. You know? People need to laugh more, but you are just inciting violence with these kind of actions, people. Understand who you're working with.
Exactly.
Moving on from chaotic and just bad decisions, here's a decision that I would inquire you to make. Podbean.com, check them out. Check us out. You're looking to build your podcast. You're looking to move your podcast over to a more streamlined where we have monetization, distribution, pretty much everything top to bottom, even tips. We got Podbean Academy, but really specifically, I want to talk about the website. So this one's for the folks who have their podcast figured out, but their web presence is completely non-existent. Well, if you do not know, I'm telling you now that Podbean, every account comes with a customizable website at no extra cost, no coding, and you don't have to spend hours searching for the right YouTube video that speaks to you on how to navigate a website. It's pretty straightforward, and we also have tutorials on Podbean Academy to check it out.
So you can also slap your branding on it, custom domain, logo, colors, and suddenly you've got a professional hub for your podcast. If someone's out there searching for the best breakup podcast by a chaotic good empath, then it's easily be.
Wait, are you talking about me? Best breakup
There
podcast
you
by
go.
a chaotic
It's right there.
empath? Hold on. No, I'm kidding. I'm a chaotic empath. But the first part,
The best podcast.
the best breakup
break-
podcast.
yeah.
I don't know how to break up with people. I'm really terrible at it. Not me. Chaotic empath here. Oh, wait, maybe it is my podcast. I'm kidding. Look at how chaotic I am. I can't even sit still right now.
It's like your podcast business card, storefront, branding. It's like a press kit all rolled in one.
Absolutely. You've been dragging your feet on creating a website or making yourself seem or feel more professional. You have a website with Podbean. Any account that you have comes with a website. And I am somebody that has used it. I created my podcast. I now have my website. All I had to do was go on Canva and create my logo, make sure that I have my colors in order. But from top to bottom, the website is fully customizable, shows my logo, showcases my description, and it really makes me feel like my podcast is a little bit more professional. It makes me feel, as a podcaster, more presentable. Makes you feel good. You know, it's like, dang, I know I have a podcast, but like, look at the website, you know? And so definitely check out podbean.com. We are here, Podbean Amplified, and we love to push the company that we work for, Podbean, but truly, as somebody who does podcast, it has been super easy, very navigatable, and they have, like I said, tutorials on Podbean Academy where I will teach you how to navigate the website, and I have been learning myself. There's so many things to learn, and it's been cool. Now I feel like I'm actually doing it.
Nice.
From all fronts. So definitely start your podcast. Head over to podbean.com, or you can definitely email us for more information. A lot of people pay. You know, GoDaddy's $9.99. Google Biz, I think, is probably close to like $29.99, something like that. I'm not sure. I haven't used it in a while. Why? Because I have Podbean. All in one place. I don't have to go any other place except to edit. Which you can do in the app yourself, but I'm a little weird with my editing, so. So Ericka, we are on my favorite segment, the guest portion, where we tap into creatives, people in the media, people in the industry, and we really pick their brains into podcasting, and hoping that you as a listener will take some of the information and apply it into your podcasting, or maybe it'll bring you some insight that you didn't really know about. A lot of people have discussions. I know we have group chats. We have group chats with our friends, with our families. But these three friends have taken it to the podcasting space. We are live and open with the podcasting, group chat. So please help me welcome Black Girls Texting Podcast member, Sade.
Hello. Welcome.
Hi.
So happy to be here. Hello.
It's so nice to meet you. Thank you for spending the time so that we can pick your brain and that podcasters are able to understand what it's like to run not only a growing business, but a successful podcast. And while doing it with friends, that's incredible.
Oh, yes.
That's incredible.
That's really cool.
So obviously we want to pick your brain and know more about the workings and how it came to be. So what inspired the transition from your group chat to launching a podcast? Because it's real talk.
Yeah. I mean, it was quite a natural fit for us. So when we started this, we started around like 2018, which feels so crazy to say. And at that time, we were all early 20s for the most part. We had a pretty large friend group. There were about like 7 or 8 of us, and we had this group chat. And we were talking about just all the things I think that young women are experiencing in that kind of transitionary period, post-college, going into work, navigating not just like career and like becoming adults, but what does it look like to date in that time? What does it look like to navigate your finances in that time? Just all the things that are kind of hitting you at once when you realize like, oh, wow, okay, yeah, I'm an adult now. And we really went to the group chat for everything. Like some of us freshly starting work being like, oh, I'm supposed to set up like a 401k. Like, have you guys done this? Like, what is this? Or like dating? When is too soon to sleep over? Or is it crazy that I want to bring clothes to sleep over at this guy's house? Like, just all the things. And with us all being in different stages of our lives in that group chat, it was really cool because some of the older girls would be like, oh, this is what you need to do. And some of the younger girls were like, wait, oh my gosh, I'm like not even at that stage yet. What is this going to look like? And we said to ourselves, there have to be a lot of other women that are navigating these experiences. Then you layer on the nuance of like, we're Black women in a big city, you know, what are other people feeling during this time? Let's like bring our lives and our experiences for the whole world to hear and like open up the dialogue and open up the discourse. And so while there were like 7 or 8 people, that is not very conducive for your average podcast. We actually tried our first time. We were all like sitting around a Yeti mic. The audio was terrible. Everyone was talking over one another. It was really bad. And then when it actually came time to kind of like continue to pursue it, it ended up just being the 3 of us. And we actually went to a studio and like our friend's apartment. He had like the whole setup in his apartment. And we recorded one time. We absolutely loved it. And we just kept doing it for the past like 7-8 years.
Wow. I love that. And I think the most beautiful thing that I heard from that is that you have a group of friends. You have a woman tribe of people that can back you up and can relate to you more so, I feel like, than maybe your mom or your grandma, because that is very close to home. It's very vulnerable. It leaves for judgment. And
absolutely,
it's just so refreshing to hear. I wish I had that growing up. Oh my gosh. I mean, maybe that's a really space special. That I need.
It was special. And honestly, to your point, in creating it, making that space for some people who might not have had that. One of the biggest things we hear from our listeners is like, I feel like I'm just sitting with my girlfriends and this feels really good. Like I'm listening to my friends. And also for people who are just kind of lost and confused, they didn't know who to ask, or they didn't feel comfortable asking, we were able to answer some of those questions and make those life transitions feel a little less daunting.
That's beautiful.
It's nice to have.
I love it. I am a big believer, and I am a fan of the podcast, so I'm definitely going to keep up because I'm 26. I'm navigating a lot of the questions. I'm doing the thing, and I'm kind of in the middle now where it's not necessarily college, but I'm not a big adult. I'm a mini adult. And so
yes.
It's a fun place to be while also still very chaotic and a lot of misunderstandings that can happen. And so I really do love and align with that thought, especially a lot of young females. So thank you guys for doing what you do, because I know you are helping a lot out there, especially me.
Thank you.
It's really nice to have like that group of friends and be able to talk, at the same time. So with your business, Blue Water Girls, you're not just hosting a podcast, and you're building a lifestyle brand which celebrates sun-kissed and self-love. What inspired this, and why was now the right time?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So happy to talk about this. So we used to have like a segment on the show. We called it Black Girls Travel. And kind of pulling back, a big reason why we named the podcast Black Girls Texting was to kind of show that Black women are just like all people. Like, we navigate the hardships, we also have fun. And like, I think at the time there was definitely a lot of representation of Black women of either like the extreme, like Black excellence of like the Michelle Obamas of the world, or like very kind of like stereotypical downtrodden. Like there wasn't this like in between, really. There were some shows like Insecure, or like back in the day there was Girlfriends, but there wasn't that much that were showing like the different nuances to us culturally. And so we were really intentional about naming it like something super simple: Black Girls Texting. We're texting, we're chatting just like everybody else. But something that was really important to us was travel. I studied abroad for a year. So I did a semester in Argentina. I did a semester in China. Our co-founder, Glenn, did the Peace Corps straight out of college. So she spent 2 years in Cambodia. Chelsea actually ended up studying abroad really young. She did a year away in high school in Spain. So travel was just such a core part of our friendship. We always planned these like crazy trips together. Like all over the world. We've been to South America, we've been to Asia together, the Caribbean, and we would talk about our trips. We would just do these like deep dives of like, this is where we stayed, this is where we ate, this is what we did. And people were just like so blown away, like, wait, what? You just up and got on a plane and like went to Indonesia? Like, how? Like, what? Like, just that, those were our most popular episodes. Those were the episodes we got the most questions about, most downloaded, most engaged. People really loved when we would recap on our travel. And in traveling, we all love to sunbathe. We all love just like that feeling of like getting fresh off the plane and like you're somewhere warm, the warm air just hits you. And we wanted to bottle that feeling up into a product. So we created our brand, which right now we carry like a tanning serum, but we also are going to be expanding into just like body care that really centers around that feeling, that nostalgia of travel, really trying to transport you there with scent. And the time felt right because we were like, okay, we're not going to podcast forever. We're coming on like year 7, year 8 now. So what does it look like for us to continue on the legacy of our brand in something tangible? And it just clicked. Like we kind of sat down like, well, what do we really love? And we were like, we all love traveling and sunbathing.
Yeah.
Like, let's make something in this space. You typically don't really see a lot of women of color in like the sun care space. So also having that representation was important to us, and that storytelling element was important to us. So it came to us in a really special way. The name is actually inspired by our friend Chelsea, our co-host Chelsea. Her mom's like kind of boyfriend, someone she was seeing at the time, was like, "You Caribbean girls are blue water girls. Like you are by the bluest waters." And we were like, "That is good."
That
Like
is
we
it.
want to evoke that feeling of like when you see those crystal blue waters. And so that
Wow.
That's beautiful.
I
was the
love
origin
that.
story.
That is intention to the
Yeah.
point. It is divine timing. It is just
Yes.
wow, so carefully curated and
Yeah.
so your brand, if I'm being completely honest, you know,
Yeah.
and that's
Thank
what people love to
you.
champion. And oh gosh, good on you guys. We at
Love that
Podbean are
story.
so proud of you guys, and that's why we wanted you to
Thank
be on here,
you.
is because it is incredibly unique to have those things fall in line the way they do. And it's in those moments you realize, okay, yes, this is where I'm needed to be. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is where I need to be. And so I love that. Especially, I want to go into your Q1 check-in event with the Sad Girls Club.
Yeah.
It was more than just a meetup. Honestly, it spoke to me on like this community female guidance level of just uplifting. You know, it was a guided moment of really pause and reflection, I felt like. And so what inspired the idea behind this kind of intentional community gathering?
Yeah. So with both brands, like thinking about Blue Water Girls and Black Girls Texting, community is really at the center of all of it. I feel like community has really become a buzzword lately, but it is genuinely something that drives everything that we do, because we're able to get real time feedback from our listeners, whether they're commenting on social media or commenting on, you know, their reviews on Apple Podcasts or commenting on the episodes. So we're able to hear what they're thinking, what they're feeling. And we knew at that time that a lot of people were feeling very anxious. They were feeling very lost. And we wanted to create a space where we could kind of all just come and air our grievances out, and also find solutions or kind of share solutions that everyone's been using to navigate hard times. And Sad Girls Club was just an incredible partner. Elise, who's one of the founders, is just incredible. It was like such an honor to work with her and see how she's so intentional about the spaces that she creates. So that collaboration was truly a moment for our communities to come together. And like, can I curse?
Yes, absolutely.
Like genuinely like shoot the shit. Like it was it was amazing. Like we broke out into different kind of tables, which were dedicated to the topic we wanted to focus on. So things range from like love to career to self-care. And we set these pretty broad questions, but questions that made people really sit and reflect. Oh my gosh, I actually have my little journal next to us. Oh, so we got these cute Sad Girls Club journals. And then we all like sat and journaled together. Like we put out a prompt, everyone sat and like journaled and just like wrote down what they were feeling. And then if you felt comfortable, you could stand up and kind of like share what you were feeling, what you were thinking. And we were like, are people going to be like shy and weird about sharing? And like at first people were a little hesitant, and then it was like a town hall. Like everyone was like, wait, give me the mic, I have something to say. And everyone was like, oh my god, I feel that too. Or like, I'm gonna use that, you know, self-care solution for myself, or I'm gonna implement this at my job. It was amazing. It was amazing. It was, we brought together a lot of different women of different ages, different stages of their lives, and it felt so good. Like we left it like genuinely feeling so good. We're bringing it back for Q2. The Q2 check-in is going to be in July, and I think it's something we're going to keep doing because it was like evidently very needed. Like everyone left being like, I needed that moment. And it was almost like bringing the podcast to life in a way. In a way that it wasn't like a live show, but it was like some of these things that we might ask one another, we were able to ask a whole room of people, and it was beautiful.
Truly inspirational, if I can say so. I know you're very humble and you don't want to say it, but that is an inspirational move. And just so proud of you guys. Like as a woman, a young woman trying to navigate life, I can't tell you how much young women, or especially just women in general, they need that sort of uplifting community, because otherwise, I hate to say it, but you'll feel like you're alone, and that can just harbor such, you know, assumptions, such bad assumptions, and being vulnerable and being open. And then, like you said in the town hall meeting, being able to realize like, oh shoot, she's in pain too. I don't have to be insecure and not vulnerable. I can share it, and there's power in that. There's healing in that, and knowing that, you know, as bad as it is, if you have a positive mindset, it's not as bad because I know I'm not going through it alone.
Right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And there were people there who were like 40-plus-year-old executives, like grown ladies to like fresh out of college, or like some might still have even been in college. It was so nice to have this kind of like generational moment of exchanging information where it wasn't just like, oh, the like elders speaking to the young people, but it was like genuine exchange of information where I think even some of the older women in there had something to take away, which was so cool. It was so nice. I can't wait for the next one.
That is really
best of luck to you with that, truthfully.
Thank
And
you.
so with that being said, and just picking your brain, which is absolutely inspirational, I feel like, I know you feel the same way. You're over here like, she's the shit.
That, yeah.
You're the shit, dude.
Very beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
No, we are very proud of you, and anything we can do to support and lift you up, because that is incredible. What would be your best piece of advice when starting a collaborative project with friends?
Ooh, that's a good one. I think be very clear on like your goals and your intentions early on. Even if those goals and intentions are going to change. Like when we started this, we didn't think we would start a beauty brand from a podcast in any way, shape, or form. But we knew, you know, I want to do this for a few years, and I want to be consistent about it. And I want to show up and have these types of conversations. I want to be, you know, this level of vulnerable or this candid, like just have those conversations early on so you're on the same page. Because I think it definitely will kind of influence how you show up. And that's something that I think we're constantly figuring out all the time, because life is going to life. We're all in very different stages of our lives. It's actually such a gift to have this show to look back. Like I can look back on like hearing myself talk from when I was like 25 and I'm 32 now. I moved across the country. I was like dating someone completely different. Like Chelsea was just maybe starting to see her now husband. Like, and so much has changed in terms of like our lives, but we always would have check-ins and just say, you know, okay, what are our goals? How are we showing up? How are we doing this? So that the expectations of everyone are clear and everyone knows how to show up for one another. And I think that's important. And if we're all kind of striving towards the same goals, no matter what that looks like, no matter how big or how small, like it definitely helps. It definitely helps. And it also kind of makes you go beyond like the smaller, maybe more myopic space. Like I know at times we were like, we want to hit X amount of downloads. And then when we surpassed that, we were like, whoa, wow, okay, we did that. And I think the goal setting, intention setting as a group is super important. Like you're gonna have rough times. It's gonna be hard communicating. It's gonna be hard scheduling. Scheduling is probably the hardest thing to do with a group of friends. I will tell you that right now. But we all know, like, okay, we're marching towards the same drum. We have the same goals out there, and like, let's accomplish it. And that is super important, I think, for anything that you're going to do with your friends.
And then just a quick shout out for yourself, you know, anything that you have coming up, anything going on, or if you just want to plug your socials, give your brand a little bit of a shout out and let them know exactly what you guys are about.
Sure. So we are Black Girls Texting. You can find us wherever you listen to your podcasts. We come out every Wednesday, and these next few episodes are going to be so fun. Like it's a lot of solo episodes. We have some really cool guests coming up, and I'm super excited. I think around the summertime, the podcast is really fun because we're all doing so much. So like we're able to kind of pull you into the shenanigans that is our summertime, which is always a good time. And then our brand, Blue Water Girls, is at FOR Blue Water Girls. I won't even get into it. Someone has the Blue Water Girls handle. I think they're like a cheerleading or like gymnastics team of like children. And I'm just like, all right, fine, you have the handle. So we went with FOR Blue Water Girls, and we're at bluewatergirls.co, coming to you for all your beautiful glowy skincare needs. And yeah, just keep up with us, check us out. We talk about so many different things. We're three very different people, which I think is what makes the show really, really fun, because we're coming at you with all of the like pop culture news. We get into some of the gloom and doom, unfortunately, of politics, but we try to really make everyone aware of what's happening, but also some of the fun and lighthearted stuff that's going on in the world and really pulling you into our lives. So we appreciate all of the listens, the downloads, the reviews, the love. It means so much to us.
Absolutely. You heard it here first. That has been Sade from Black Girls Texting, Blue Water Girls, and just really doing the damn thing, inspiring young women, inspiring women of all ages, and just showing them and doing the work and, you know, really walking the walk of being able to foster a community of women that can not only encourage but uplift each other and give each other ideas. And that is all we can hope. That's all I can hope for, you know,
Yes.
Especially with the times, especially with, you know, all the crazies going on. We appreciate you being able to be of service to people that need it. Truthfully.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for this opportunity. This was awesome. So this is like kind of, I'm like, wow, I use this platform and now I'm like speaking on it. So very cool. Thank you for reaching out.
We're so happy. Thank you so much. And we hope you have a great summer in the water.
Thank you. Oh, you already know. I'm getting ready for vacation today. I'm out of here on Saturday.
Oh, yay. Okay. I'm so glad that we got you when we did.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
All right. Well, to the both of you, thank you.
Thank
and
you.
Best of luck with all your endeavors, everything you're doing. This is amazing.
You as well. And your segment will be aired next Tuesday at 6:30.
Amazing. I can't wait.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your time. Have a great day.
Bye. You too. Bye.
Woo. It is so refreshing as a young female, if I can just say, to see not only an industry leader, but someone who is encouraging, who is open, and who is truthfully setting the standard for women all around the world. And if you don't think that way, then whatever, I'm dramatic. But
No, that's really cool because for them it's community, and community is very powerful, and they have all the fans, the listeners to join their own podcast live. So, which is really beautiful that they're doing this. So,
yeah,
really
and
cool.
it's a different, fresh perspective on the why for things. A lot of people start their podcasts because they need to be heard. A lot of people start it for their own personal self journey. They started to connect with friends, and so when you see people doing their work and helping out, supporting the community, not only for themselves, but just living life and enjoying life and showcasing that it could be wonderful. That is something that I really love and align with. So check them out. Black Girls Texting, Blue Water Girls, check out their business, go support. I'm going to be tanning with Blue Water Girls very soon. So
there you go. Get that sun-kissed skin.
yeah. And they are users of Podbean. So I hate to say, shout out to Podbean, making their lives a little bit easier while they deal with all the chaos and help other people navigate their lives. And if you don't, know what to do in your next step of podcasting, head over to podbean.com where we have tutorials and tips and tricks into navigating your podcast, amplifying your message, and just doing the damn thing. Get it done.
Get podcasting.
Until next week, this is Shae and Ericka tuning out.